Very good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Pradyot, Director of Movement Maestro Academy. Welcome you all to our fourth e-seminar of MMA. Today's topic is breast cancer physiotherapeutic approach. For today's session, we are glad to invite you to our very known and reputed research person, Dr. Vanit Kumar Sir, who is Assistant Professor at Chandigarh University. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to thank you again for the introduction and providing me opportunity to share my views on the demanding topic, which is breast cancer. So, so shall I start?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you. So, as sir introduced today's topic of discussion, which is breast cancer. So, the reason behind discussing this topic is that many of the professionals from the physiotherapy community are basically not that much aware. I would not say unaware, but not that much aware that what are the areas upon which we can work. We as a physiotherapist can work. All right. Although, if you see, whenever we hear a term cancer, so directly two to three things come to our mind: chemotherapy, radiotherapy, removal of the organ, and so on. What physiotherapist will do? Basically, a number of complications, a number of problems associated with breast cancer are there. And we as a physiotherapist can play an important role in the recovery of the patient suffering from breast cancer. So, I'm proceeding forward. First, I will tell you regarding the basic anatomy, how this breast cancer it happens, how it is usually diagnosed, how we can prevent it, and how we can manage it. All right. So you see, picture of the breast, it is there in front of you. Yes, you see what is difference between the breast of a female and when we compare it to male. The only difference, you see the number of lobules and the fat tissue. That is the difference. All right. So one thing comes into our mind, whether this breast cancer, it is the disease of females only, or the males can also get affected. Yes, males are also affected with this disease, but it is quite rare in the case of males. All right, the prevalence is almost less than 1% in the males. So when you talk about the anatomy, you see, as I told you, the parts of the breast, the superior part, it is the nipple. Below it, there is a darkened area. You can see here, it is areola. Then, if you look into the dissected view of the breast, you can see what is there. Exactly here, we can categorize the tissue. You can see. So first we have ribs. In between the ribs, we have intercostal muscles. So base, it is formed by ribs. Again, muscles, and you see this yellowish colored, it is the fatty tissue. Fatty tissue, which is not there in the case of male. Then we have certain lobes. Lobes are having ducts. ducts, they are connected with the nipple underneath the areola. Now what happens, what this function, what are the functions of the lobes and all? So in the case of females, they have to serve the function of lactation, basically after the pregnancy, to feed the baby. So that is why the lobes are there. They help in the production of the milk. They secrete the milk. It is then carried out to the nipple via the ducts. This is the simple anatomy of the breast. Now each of the breast, it contains 50 to 20 lobes of a glandular tissue arranged like petals of a daisy. So in the previous slide, I have shown you what is the arrangement of the lobules or the lobes. Now each lobe, it contains smaller lobules, the smallest unit, and that lobule or lobe, it is connected with the nipple via a duct which carries the milk for the purpose of feeding. Now it is surrounded by a strong mesh of axillary nodes. Now axillary and mammillary. Now mammary nodes. Now what these nodes are doing here? Basically, they are the part of lymphatic system. And when you talk about lymphatic system, what it is doing inside the body, basically it carries the excessive or the waste material from the body. All right. So expressions, or in simplest words, it carries the waste or the lymphatic fluid. All right. So this is all about the basic anatomy of the breast. All right. Now when we talk about the cancer of breast, why we need to discuss this topic? Because it is the second leading cause of cancer death in the woman. It is at second place, दूसरे नंबर पे है in the women. So सारी तरह के कैंसर को जब हम देखते हैं तो this breast cancer, it is the second leading cause. Now try to find out the first cause, because it is at the second place. Now which is the first cancer, or the what is the cancer which is placed at the first site, which is responsible for the most number of deaths? Yes, it occurs in men as well. I told you previously. Now people assume that if somebody is diagnosed with the breast cancer or with any kind of cancer, they are much prone to death. No, it is not like that. Nowadays the medicine field and the surgery along with the physiotherapy, it is that much advanced that we can save the life of number of patients. Basically, early diagnosis and treatment of the disease is of utmost importance. Nowadays government is basically running special drives. There is a week particularly dedicated for the breast care awareness. So number of initiatives have been taken by the government, because I told you it is the second leading cause of the death in the woman. So because of this factor, बहुत काम करना पड़ता है इसको कम करने के लिए. So गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से क्या एफर्ट है? Particular awareness drive. This organization of the Cancer Week, Breast Cancer Week, awareness lectures. Why? Because ये जो disease है, it is not that much complicated, we can say. If we are educated enough to self-diagnose the condition, we can save the life. All right. So early diagnosis and treatment, it is the key. Now, when you talk about age factor, you see 80% of breast cancer So as I was telling you, this breast cancer, what happens as the age increases, the chances of getting the breast cancer, they all increases. All right. So there is a fact which is well known after the research. You see, जैसे एज बढ़ता जाएगा, the chance of developing this breast cancer, it becomes high. अगर हम 30 साल की उम्र में बात करें तो there is a chance that 233 में से सिर्फ एक अफेक्टेड हो सकता है. बट अगर हम मोर देन 80 इयर्स वालों में बात करें, देयर इज अ चांस हर 8 में से एक अफेक्टेड है. सो देयर इज अ रिस्क विद इंक्रीजिंग एज बेसिकली of getting this breast cancer. Also, there are certain misconceptions nowadays. Still, the misconceptions are there related to this breast cancer. One, I told you, people assume that if I'm diagnosed with breast cancer, what's going to happen? That is the death. No, it is not like that. So I told you, medical science is advanced, so much advanced that we can save the life of the patient easily. So in previous times, what was there as a treatment option? Radical mastectomy was there. Remove the breast, remove the cancerous part. That was the only option. Nowadays, breast sparing surgeries are there because of cosmetic reasons. Because of cosmetic reasons, many surgeons, they prefer breast sparing operations. They remove the affected part only. Lumpectomy, like in early cases, in early diagnosis, if we found that only a lump is formed, remove that, lumpectomy. All right, but previously what was there? Remove the breast. Many patients, they do not accept it cosmetically. So that is why the breast sparing surgeries are preferred nowadays. All right. So this is just the basic introduction regarding the breast cancer. अब बात आती है, what are the sign and symptoms of this breast cancer? What are the sign and symptoms? So first sign and symptom which usually the patients they notice, it is the lump. एक गांठ feel होती है, right? That lump can either be in axillary area, here, or anywhere. All right. So in pectoral region, axillary region, anywhere. Or usually when we talk about this lump, are non-cancerous. Non-cancerous. We need not to worry. And a number of times we have seen that these lumps, they are non-cancerous in nature as well as painless. So why to worry? But yes, later on, this abnormal lump can get converted into cancerous cells. If the cells, they kept on replicating mutations because of mutation in the genes, so they become the cancer. But initially, you see, when you assess the pectoral region manually, number of times you might feel tiny lumps in your pectoral region. Need not to worry. Need not to worry. All right. Because if lump is painless, if lump is non-tender, what you can do to clear out the doubt, you can go for further investigation. But as I told you, we need not to be scared because of this disease. डरने की कोई बात नहीं है. So usually the sign and symptoms, the topmost sign, I told you, it is the lump. Lump is non-cancerous in nature, as well as the lump is painless mostly. Else, if you see there is a clear or bloody discharge from the nipple, when you examine the nipple, if something is leaking out from the nipples, either it's a fluid or blood, we need to worry. Else, if you notice an indentation of the nipple, means the nipple tissue, it is retracted, सिकुड़ गया, then we need to worry. or else there is a change in the size of the breast, or any flattening of the breast tissue, change in the skin color, redness, pitting. All right. Or if you are finding that the breast skin as compared to other, it is getting changed like the skin of the orange, then we need to worry. So you see, what are the signs and symptoms? Lump is usually painless and non-cancerous. Any type of fluid or blood discharge from the nipple, retraction or indentation of the nipple, changes in the size or contour of the breast. Yes, one breast is becoming larger in size, flattening or indentation of the skin over the breast, redness or pitting. You see the lump, how it looks like, discharge, scars on the nipple, changes in the nipple, you can see. All right, so here you can see these are the lumps in the breast, the contour or the size of the breast, it is also changed. You can see, compare both the breast, it seems like the orange, the outer part or the layer of the orange, cover of the orange, then nipple crusting and nipple inversion. So all these are the typical features of developing this breast cancer. Causes. What are the causes of this breast cancer? So when you talk about breast cancer, basically what happens? Idiopathic causes are there. There is no such clear-cut cause. But yes, scientists or the researchers, they tried to relate it with the genetics. All right. So what happens? Cells in the breast, they start growing abnormally. So कोई भी टिश्यू अगर नॉर्मल ग्रोथ से ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है, abnormal growth है, that can be termed as tumor. Now tumor, either it can be non-cancerous or cancerous. Similarly, simplest words, what happens if the cells, they are growing rapidly, replicating, multiplying, and also they are spreading to other parts, means the tumor is going toward the cancerous. Metastasize. So it can spread. Now we need to worry. So basically, what happens when we talk about the causes or the abnormal growth of the cells, it starts occurring at the ducts which carry the milk, and may also begin from the lobules. So these are the two organs which are at the risk. You see, invasive type, non-invasive type. So invasive means, yes, the cancer, the tumor is here, the lump is here, and it can invade, it can affect the surrounding areas. That's termed as invasive. It can metastasize. All right, metastatic. Now we have studied in the pathology as well. Metastatic means जो फैल सकता है. So that is why many of the people, they usually get worried. Now I told you causes. As I was telling you, there is no as such clear-cut cause. Idiopathic. But again, I was telling you genetic correlation, it is seen. So some researchers, they used to say it is associated with the pregnancy related changes, because of the changes in the breast, because of menstrual cycle, or because of the formation of fibrocytic changes, fibroadenomas, or any infection or injury. It can cause the breast. So if there is a fibroadenoma, it can get converted into breast cancer. A number of reasons are there. Genetically, we are talking, there are genes in the cells of the breast. So if anybody or any tissue, if it is sent for the genetic study, and the report, it is saying that there is a presence of BRCA1 and BRCA2. These are the two genes which have been seen in the abnormal tissue. So genetic defect in these two genes, breast cancer gene 1 and breast cancer gene 2, BRCA1 and 2. So those people who are having this, they are at the higher risk of developing this breast cancer. Now why? Because of the mutations. Now mutations in the genes, if they occur, those mutations, they can lead to abnormal growth. Abnormal growth means tumor. Tumor can be cancerous or non-cancerous. So this is the basic idea regarding this causes and all. Now why these mutations and all they happen? Radiation exposure. X-ray wale room ke bahar, it is commonly displayed that stay away from the radiation. Danger. Because those radiations, they can cause the mutations in the genes, and mutations, they can be harmful because they help in producing the breast cancer. Not only the breast cancer, any of the cancer, because usually the cancers, they occur because of radiation exposure, or they occur because of cancer causing chemicals. So you might have seen number of people saying, avoid eating this, it can cause cancer. Avoid eating this, it can cause. So as such, we cannot say 100% this is the cause. Usually the cause is idiopathic, I told you. But factors are there. If the person is more exposed to radiations, if the person, they are more exposed to cancer causing chemicals, if the persons, they are having fibroadenomatous cells, or they are at the risk of developing this breast cancer. So this staging is done 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is seen that you might have heard people saying that breast cancer stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Stage 4 means spread of cancer beyond the immediate region of the breast. ब्रेस्ट में तो कैंसर है और भी फैल चुका है, दैट इज स्टेज 4. व्हाट इज स्टेज 1? कैंसर इन द ब्रेस्ट टिश्यू, ट्यूमर less than 1 inch. So if the size of the tumor in the breast, it is less than 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter, it is stage 1. So as the size increases, stage also increases. As the spread increases, stage also increases. बात करें टाइप की, so breast cancer के जो टाइप हैं, I told you, या तो ये कैंसर सेल मिलेगा डक्ट में या मिलेगा लोब में, ब्रेस्ट की, या डक्ट में या लोब में. डक्टल कार्सिनोमा, लोबुलर कार्सिनोमा. क्लियर? टू थिंग्स आर देयर. अब हम बात करें डक्ट की, तो डक्ट में कहां मिलेगा? इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ द डक्ट, इनर लाइनिंग ऑफ द डक्ट. और लोबुलर की बात करें तो क्लियरली इन द सेल्स ऑफ लोबुलर. Third type, it is also there, it is inflammatory breast cancer. Inflammatory breast cancer. So mainly there are 3 types: ductal, inflammatory and lobular. So ductal carcinoma, it can be invasive, duct से बाहर आ सकता है, invasive ductal carcinoma, और duct के अंदर रह सकता है, ductal carcinoma in situ. Simple as. लोब की बात करें, अगर लोब से बाहर आने का रिस्क है, इन्वेजिव लोबुलर कार्सिनोमा. लोब के अंदर ही है, लोबुलर कार्सिनोमा इन सिटू. You can see this is how the inflammatory breast cancer, it looks like. One breast, it seems like inflamed. Inflammatory breast cancer. Then ductal carcinoma in situ. Ductal carcinoma means in the duct, in situ, inside. You can see here the cells, they have multiplied, abnormal growth. Then invasive carcinoma, you can see it has invaded from the ducts and also affected the surrounding tissue. So कौन से कैंसर से डरने की जरूरत है? Which is invasive, metastatic. Then lobular carcinoma. So you can see here, normal lobes, they look like this, and affected with breast cancer, they look like this. Multiple cells, abnormal cells. What are the risk factors? ये breast cancer होता क्यों है? किन में ज्यादा risk है? Age, I told you. Gender, females. Family history जिनमें है, 5 to 10% chances are there that the upcoming generations, they might get this breast cancer. All right, these are uncontrollable factors. We cannot control these factors, but few factors are controllable, like weight. ज्यादा weight, ज्यादा risk. Smoking, ज्यादा risk of developing the breast cancer. Poor diet, इनको हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. That is why they are categorized under the controllable risk factors. Radiation exposure, excess weight, early onset of menstrual cycle, late menopause, first pregnancy at older age. Number of risk factors are there. Race. White women are slightly more likely to develop this breast cancer than African. Hormone therapy. Those who are getting the hormone therapy, birth control pills, smoking, excessive use of alcohol. So till now, the content which we have covered in this, we saw the area on which we can work. It is the related to weight and diet. All right, we as a physiotherapist. बात आ जाती है इसके डायग्नोसिस की. Self examination of the breast. It is the bestest thing which we can do. Self examination. I was talking about the awareness programs by the government. Nowadays, what is there? अब क्या है, लोगों को समझाया जाता है अपनी ब्रेस्ट का सेल्फ एग्जामिन करो, वेदर मेल और फीमेल, एनीबॉडी स्टार्ट एग्जामिनिंग एट द एज ऑफ 20 साल के बाद रूटीन, महीने बाद 2 महीने बाद अपनी ब्रेस्ट को एग्जामिन करो. गो फॉर मेमोग्राफी. यूजुअली मेमोग्राफी it is not suggested. Why? Because again it is the procedure which is completed using the radio waves, radiation exposure is there in these. So that is why self breast examination, people are motivated for this. What is self breast examination? What is it? Basically 3 things to remember. First, remove your shirt, expose the area which you want to examine. 3 positions. Normal standing in front of mirror. 1. Normal standing with one arm elevated. जिस साइड को एग्जामिन करना है उस साइड की आर्म. 3rd, in line, लेटने के बाद. You can see step by step. Examine the breast in the shower. नहाते हुए हम इजीली देख सकते हैं कि कोई एक गांठ, लंप, नोड्यूल फील तो नहीं हो रहा. दूसरा, अगर हम देखना चाहते हैं ब्रेस्ट की साइज, कॉन्ट्यूर, नोड, फ्लैटनिंग, changes in nipple, that we can see in front of the mirror. Stand in front of the mirror, keep your arm like this, examine with your opposite hand. Yes, palpation, it shall not be limited to your breast area. Also assess the axillary area and all. Physiotherapist, they can help the patients in creating the awareness related to the breast self-examination. So examine your breast in front of the mirror. All right, you see arms up, arms down, and the hip, multiple position. What we want to see, whether the level is same, contour is same, number of things, changes in the skin color, inflammatory, you can clearly note down. 3rd, I told you, keep your arm like this, use your opposite palm or hand, and in a circular fashion you can start palpating from axillary area to this breast area. Then lie down on the bed. Bed पे लेटने के बाद, there are multiple reasons for this. Why we want to assess the breast in the multiple position? Because it contains so much of fat tissue. Fat tissue can limit our assessment. So that is why we try to assess the breast in different positions so that we can reach up to any lump or nodule if it is there. Then if you want to check for the discharge, you can squeeze the nipple. Just look at whether it's the bloody discharge, fluid discharge, or what kind of discharge it is. This way, simply, if you are able to notice any of the features. So, मैंने पहले बताया what are the signs and symptoms of breast cancer. Clear? ये self examination करके आप देख सकते हैं कि कोई symptom है तो नहीं. Yes. Then what you can do, there are a number of tests. Mammogram, computer aided detection, CAD, digital mammography, MRI, ultrasonography, number of tests are there which you can go for. जाइए physician के पास, surgeon के पास, ये test करवाइए. But again, yes, except ultrasound, if you talk about rest all other modalities, what is there? Radiations are inserted inside the body. All right, so radiations, they can cause harm. So excessive radiation exposure we shall avoid. Simply you can go for breast self examination. If you are able to find out any nodule or anything, just go for the further examination. If not, unnecessarily I would not suggest you to go for the radiographic examination. Else, if mammogram, if self examination, if it is depicting that a nodule is there, then what you need to do? Ultrasonic study, biopsy, FNAC, fine needle aspiration. Needle is inserted, fluid is sucked out, whether if it is there or not, or tukde wali janch, biopsy, send it to the laboratories and get the condition diagnosed. Estrogen and progesterone receptor test and genetic staging. सो पहले हमने देखा कुछ यही फैक्टर थे जो एक्सेसिव हार्मोन थेरेपी वाले होते हैं, उनमें रिस्क ज्यादा है, जेनेटिक चेंजेस जिनमें होते हैं उनमें रिस्क ज्यादा है. सो अकॉर्डिंगली वी नीड टू गो फॉर द डायग्नोस्टिक टेस्ट, बिकॉज कंफर्म हम इन टेस्ट से ही कर पाते हैं. क्लियर है? बट हाउ टू प्रिवेंट? हाउ टू प्रिवेंट? सेल्फ एग्जामिनेशन, सिंपलेस्ट वन. रूटीन सेल्फ एग्जामिनेशन, महीने में कम से कम एक बार अपने ब्रेस्ट को एग्जामिन करो. अगर कोई नोड फील होती है, अर्ली डिटेक्शन इज द की. अर्ली डिटेक्ट कर पाते हो, फर्दर टेस्ट करवाओ, गो टू द सर्जन, रिमूव दैट लम्प. एल्स इन लेटर ऑन स्टेजेस, फोर्थ स्टेज, I told you what was the fourth stage of the breast cancer, removal of the entire breast. So mastectomy, what is there in that? Cosmetically patients, they do not accept this. So for that, nowadays even breast sparing surgeries are there, or breast reconstruction surgeries, silicone implants are inserted. But why we shall wait for that stage? ना, जल्दी diagnose करो, जल्दी treatment लो, जल्दी free हो जाओ. Because it is not like that each and every patient can be saved at grade stage 4. No, काफी सारे लोग स्टेज 4 पे जाके अपनी जान गवा भी देते हैं. तो बेटर है फर्स्ट और सेकंड स्टेज में अगर अर्ली डायग्नोस कर पाते हो, वेदर यूजिंग सेल्फ एग्जामिनेशन और व्हाटसोएवर, जल्दी से अपना इलाज लीजिए और ये कंडीशन को क्योर करो. क्लियर है? सो सेल्फ एग्जामिनेशन और अर्ली डायग्नोसिस की. बात करें ट्रीटमेंट की, ट्रीटमेंट ऑप्शन आ जाते हैं. तो ट्रीटमेंट में हर तरह के कैंसर के लिए आईसेट ट्रीटमेंट अवेलेबल है. नाउ अडेज मेडिकल साइंस इज एडवांस्ड इनफ. आइदर यू कैन गो फॉर सर्जरी, आइदर यू कैन गो फॉर रेडियो, कीमो एंड ऑल. Usually the approach is surgery along with adjuvant therapy. Now what is adjuvant therapy? Along with the radiation and chemotherapy. 4 तरह की सर्जरीज में होती है. लंपेक्टमी, पार्शियल मास्टेक्टमी, सिंपल मास्टेक्टमी एंड मॉडिफाइड. सी, लंपेक्टमी, जो लंप था उसको निकाल दिया. सिंपल मास्टेक्टमी, रिमूवल ऑफ ब्रेस्ट एंड अंडरलाइंग टिश्यू, 80% प्रोग्नोसिस इज देयर. देन वी हैव मॉडिफाइड रेडिकल मास्टेक्टमी, जितना जितना पार्ट खराब है, जितना जितना रिस्क में, उसको निकाल दो. मॉडिफाइड रेडिकल एंड रेडिकल मास्टेक्टमी, रिमूवल ऑफ द कंप्लीट ब्रेस्ट. There are certain reconstructive surgeries. So I told you, breast निकाल रहे हैं, उसका कुछ replacement होना चाहिए. So there are number of surgeries nowadays. So not our area, hormonal therapy, biological therapy. So this was the just basic idea related the breast cancer. All right. Then self-care or self-examination, I have told you. Now these are the certain positions which are usually recommended for the mothers. All right. So first, teach the mother how to hold the baby. So cradle hold, cross cradle hold, lying down, football hold. So breastfeeding technique, it shall be proper. Why? Because these are the part of the self-care or the primary care. So we need to teach this. So in this slide, you can see what are the accurate positions in which a mother shall attempt to feed the baby. So these are the part of the general treatment or the basic care. है ना? अगर किसी को था भी ब्रेस्ट कैंसर, लंपेक्टमी हुई है, then also they can follow this. बात आ जाती है फिजियोथेरेपी मैनेजमेंट की. The topic of today's discussion basically. So I just gave you an idea related the breast cancer. ये क्या है, ये किन किन में हो सकता है, इसके साइन एंड सिम्टम क्या है, ये होता कैसे है, डायग्नोज कैसे कर सकते हैं, क्या इसके रिलेटेड टर्मिनोलॉजी है. अब आ जाता है फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट क्या करेगा. सी, बात करें हम फिजियोथेरेपी की, सो फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट, one in creating awareness, one thing, two in diagnosing early, because manual examination self care, that is the part of the physiotherapy we can say, है ना, because physiotherapists they usually work using their hands, how to palpate, whether using palm, whether using tips of the fingers, or how that we can teach, creating awareness, early diagnosis, and preventive measures. Preventive measures, weight control, we can teach, dietary plans and all, that is the part of dietitian. Clear? So ऐसा नहीं है कि फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट जो है सर्जिकल पोस्ट सर्जिकल फेज में, इवन बिफोर दैट दे कैन वर्क. यू सी, सक्सेसफुल रिहेबिलिटेशन हम किसे बोलते हैं, जिसमें हम फिजिकली तो रिहेबिलिटेट करेंगे, सोशली भी और साइकोलॉजिकली भी. When we are covering all the three domains, that is said to be the successful rehabilitation. Yes, we as a physiotherapist has to do that. Now, role of physiotherapist की बात करें, I told you preventive, restorative. अगर सर्जरी हो गई है, सर्जरी होने के बाद क्या क्या टिश्यू उसका कट हुआ है, कौन कौन सा फंक्शन लॉस हुआ है, किस किस मसल का पावर खराब हुआ है, रिकंस्ट्रक्शन किस पार्ट की हुई है, we can restore the function. Preventive, restorative, palliative, supportive, a number of functions which the physiotherapist has to do. Lifestyle modification, this we can teach to patients. Lifestyle modification. All right, now what are the parts of lifestyle modification? Healthy lifestyle, healthy weight, avoid hormone therapy. That is why you see what happens, number of times the patients they come to us, they say, Dr. Saab, I'm consuming these steroids, I'm consuming these painkillers from last 3 hours, but I'm not getting any relief. What personally I do, I usually discourage. Why? Because we know we have alternate options for reduction of pain. It is better to take TENS from a physiotherapist or TENS therapy from a physiotherapist rather than consuming the any painkiller. कुछ शरीर में जा रहा है तो फायदा तो करेगा, कुछ नुकसान भी करेगा. We shall look for some alternate. I told you, अगर कोई शरीर में ऐसा गलत केमिकल जा रहा है जिसके जाने से कैंसर डेवलप हो सकता है, रिस्क क्यों लेना? I'm not discouraging or I'm not saying that medicines we shall not take. Wherever necessary, we need to take. Wherever necessary, we need to take. But many of the people I have seen, they try to become doctors or physicians. So without medical prescription, it shall not be taken any of the medication, because we do not know what are the harms or what are the side effects and all. So my point of saying here that we shall encourage the physical activity, we shall encourage the supportive treatment modalities, we shall encourage the alternate options for the treatment of many other common conditions. We shall encourage the healthy diet. So there are a number of factors on which we can give the suggestions to the patients. Now treatment goals. अगर हम बात करें सर्जरी से पहले की, ब्रेस्ट कैंसर वाले के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? I told you patient education, exercise demonstration, strength training, post surgical. अगर लगता है ये patient सर्जरी हो सकती है, post surgical care we can teach to the patient. Then psychological support we can provide. If required, we can refer the case to the psychiatrist or anybody else. Now, there are number of people in the rehabilitation team. So, we as a physiotherapist can work on number of domains you can see. अगर डिसाइड हुआ है कि पेशेंट की सर्जरी है, सर्जरी के बिना ऑप्शन नहीं है. यस, बेसिकली अगर हम देखें प्रिवेंटिव तक तो ठीक है, अगर हो गया है फिर क्या करेंगे? क्यूरेटिव, क्योर करना है. क्यूरेटिव में सर्जरीज आर यूजुअली प्रेफर्ड, नॉट ओनली प्रेफर्ड, दे आर द ओनली ऑप्शन आई वुड से. सो अगर सर्जरी है, देन सर्जरी के बाद क्या है? नॉर्मल सिंपल सी चीज, इस पार्ट की सर्जरी हुई है, ब्रेस्ट रिमूव किया है, नीचे कौन सी मसल है? पेक्टोरल है। पेक्टोरल को अगर हम देखें, इट इज कनेक्टेड विद द शोल्डर. व्हेनेवर वी आर मूविंग द शोल्डर, वी आर कीपिंग और वी आर रोटेटिंग इट और इंटरनली और एक्सटर्नली, pectorals they relax, they get stretched, they have to lengthen, they have to shorten. So pectorals, they are the main muscles of the shoulder, I would like to say. They control the shoulder. Now whenever any muscle it is undergoing any surgery, mastectomy हुआ, मसल को कट पहुंचा होगा, मसल को इंजरी हुई है, सर्जिकल इंजरी because of the incision, we have to relieve that. अब सर्जरी हो गई, पेशेंट को बोला होगा आर्म को मूव नहीं करना, ये नहीं करना, इसको रोकना है बिकॉज स्टिचेस ओपन हो सकते हैं, पेन होगा, ये वो. सो शोल्डर विल बी एट द रिस्क ऑफ डेवलपिंग द फ्रोजन शोल्डर. इट कैन बिकम स्टिफ, एडेसिव कैप्सुलाइटिस, देयर कैन बी पेन. अब अगर सर्जरी हुई है, लिम्फ नोड्स भी काटी होंगी, मैंने बेसिक एनाटॉमी में बताया था, देयर आर लिम्फ नोड्स सराउंडिंग दिस टिश्यू. देन लिम्फ नोड अगर कट जाती हैं, व्हाट विल बी देयर? जो फ्लूइड यहां से आ रहा है वो आगे ड्रेन नहीं हो पाएगा. देयर विल बी स्वेलिंग अराउंड द एंटायर एम बिकॉज ड्रेनेज सिस्टम ही खत्म कर दिया जो वेस्ट को लेके जा रहा था. देयर विल बी डेवलपमेंट ऑफ लिम्फेडिमा, देयर विल बी डेवलपमेंट ऑफ पेन, spasm, decreased muscle strength. Why decreased muscle strength? Because of mastectomy or because of any surgery. मसल को कट हुआ है, मसल को इंजरी हुई है, सर्जिकल इंजरी. Because of that, muscle strength usually becomes low. Arthralgia. What is arthralgia? It is basically the pain in the shoulder joint. So yes, surgery हुई है, shoulder को ऐसे रखा था, 15-20 दिन बाद जब हम चाहेंगे, there will be pain in the shoulder. Overweight and obesity. अगर कोई ऐसा पेशेंट है तो उसको कम करना हमारा एम रहेगा. रिड्यूस्ड फिजिकल फिटनेस और ओवरऑल एंड्योरेंस, बिकॉज आई टोल्ड यू, जब भी पेशेंट कंजर्वेटिव थेरेपी पे होता है, अंडर रेडिएशन थेरेपी और कीमोथेरेपी, रेडियो एंड कीमो, व्हाट हैपेंस? ओवरऑल एंड्योरेंस इट फॉल्स, कार्डियोवैस्कुलर डिसफंक्शन हैपेंस, अकर्स. सो फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट हैव टू वर्क ऑन दैट एरिया. देखा होगा बहुत सारे कैंसर पेशेंट है जिनको रेडिएशन और कीमोथेरेपी दी जाती है, यूजुअली दे बिकम वीक, unable to walk. What happens basically? Endurance, fall in the endurance. Shoulder dysfunction. You see how many areas are there in which we can work on. Really. So yes, one thing I'm saying, we cannot do, if we cannot do anything to cure the disease, that doesn't mean we do not have to play any role. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारा कोई रोल नहीं है, रोल है. डिसीज को ठीक नहीं कर रहे हैं, पर उसको ये डिसीज होए ना, उस पे काम कर सकते हैं. हो गई है, इलाज हुआ है, उससे पहले हम काम कर सकते हैं. इलाज होने के बाद अगर कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेशंस आ रही हैं, उस पे हम काम कर सकते हैं. इट इज अ टीम अप्रोच. सिंपली यू सी, मास्टेक्टमी हुई, मास्टेक्टमी होने के बाद पेशेंट को छोड़ दिया बेड रेस्ट पे, स्कार वार सब चीजें रिकवर हो जाएंगी, बट जो शोल्डर अडेसिव कैप्सुलाइटिस हो जाएगा, शोल्डर अडेशंस हो जाएंगे, उसमें क्या करेंगे? मसल जो वीक हो जाएगी उसमें क्या करेंगे? एंडोरेंस जो कम हो जाएगी उसमें क्या करेंगे? व्हाट वी विल डू? पेशेंट अगर बेड रिडन है सर्जरी की वजह से, 2 हफ्ते बेड पे लेटा रहता है, चेस्ट कॉम्प्रेशन हो सकती है, उसका क्या? सो नंबर ऑफ एरियाज आर देयर ऑन विच वी कैन वर्क. वन बाय वन वी विल सी. So immediately after surgery, there are certain things which we need to keep in mind. Avoid early shoulder mobilization. Avoid early shoulder mobilization. सर्जरी हुई, ऐसा नहीं है कि एडेशंस बनने से बचाने के लिए हम पैसिव मूवमेंट शुरू कर दें. क्यों हम जल्दी मोबिलाइज नहीं करना शुरू करते हैं? सर्जरी हुई है, जितना हम इसको मूव करने की अटेम्प्ट करेंगे, पेक्टोरलिस, वो जो स्कार है, इंसिजन ओपन अप होता है, स्टिचेस खुल जाएंगे, पेन होगा पेशेंट को एक्सेसिवली. So avoid early shoulder mobilization, adduction for 48 hours, then 60-degree adduction if the drain it is there. All right. So basically the situation or the application of physiotherapy depends upon the patient situation. जब तक पेशेंट को ड्रेन लगी हुई है, फ्लूइड को बाहर निकालने के लिए, सर्जरी के बाद आपने देखा होगा एक ड्रेन लगी होती है, क्योंकि लिम्फेटिक और वो सब फंक्शन हमारा वीक होगा, है ना, लिम्फेटिक नोड्स का, लिम्फ नोड्स का. सो उसमें हमें क्या करना, ड्रेन लगाई होती है, सर्जन ने लगाई है, जब तक वो ड्रेन रिमूव नहीं हुई है कोई एक्टिविटी नहीं करनी, सिंपलेस्ट थिंग, अर्ली मोबिलाइजेशन इज अवॉइडेड। देन देयर इज रिस्क ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एडिमा, ये हमें करना पड़ेगा। क्या कर सकते हैं हम, आर्म को थोड़ा सा एलिवेट रखेंगे हार्ट लेवल से, सो दैट फ्लूइड इकट्ठा ही ना हो, वो ऊपर की तरफ आता रहे और ड्रेन के थ्रू बाहर निकलता रहे। सो एलिवेशन, कंप्रेशन, फेरेडिज्म अंडर प्रेशर एंड सॉफ्ट टिश्यू मोबिलाइजेशन। इफ एनी ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सिस, यस, अब बात आ जाती है, अगेन सर्जरी हुई है, ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सिस यहाँ पे है, पीछे से कोई भी एक ब्रांच ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सिस की कट जाती है, नर्व इंजरी अगर हो जाती है, न्यूरोसर्जन से स्विचरिंग वगैरह ऑल करवा के, अगेन वी हैव टू ट्रीट दैट एज अ लोअर मोटर न्यूरॉन लीजन, पेरिफेरल नर्व इफ इट इज इंजर्ड, कॉम्प्लिकेशन है सर्जरी का। सो पीटी प्रोटोकॉल में हम देखेंगे, सबसे पहले आ गया पेन ट्रीटमेंट, पेन मैनेजमेंट, व्हाट वी कैन डू टू मैनेज द पेन। सर्जरी हुई है, वी नो एबनॉर्मल पोजीशन कैन कॉज पेन, करेक्ट द पोजीशन, apply the pillows or other supportive things which are near you. All right, proper positioning. Tense to reduce the pain, IFT to reduce the pain, manual therapy to reduce the pain. Now manual therapy, what you can do, we know surgery hui hai, there is a risk of development of this lymphedema and all, so manually we can apply the manual lymphatic drainage techniques, gentle, because surgery हुए अभी 24 घंटे हुए नहीं है, ड्रेन यूजुअली 24 से 48 घंटे में निकलेगी, so gentle, so just a manual stroking stimulations to reduce the pain and all. So these are the modalities which we can apply from the physiotherapy. Then lymphedema, अगर lymphedema नहीं होने देना है, सोजिश नहीं आने देनी है, what we can do, preventive measures, अगर हो गया then what we can do, again option is keep the limb elevated, heart level से ऊंचा रखो, compressive stocking, stockings, इसको कुछ compressive device पहनाओ जिससे कि यहाँ पे कुछ accumulate ना हो और ऊपर की तरफ निकलता रहे। manual lymphatic drainage techniques, in the massage we have studied that, मैकेनिकल लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज। सो अभी ऐसे डिवाइस मार्केट में आ गए हैं, आफ्टर सर्जरी वी हैव टू कीप आवर आर्म इन दैट, उसमें ऑटोमेटिकली बिकॉज ऑफ द कंप्रेशन एंड ऑल फ्लूइड ड्रेनेज की तरफ जाता रहेगा। एंड फेराडिज्म अंडर प्रेशर, FUP, so you can see compressive stocking, this way it is applied, manual lymphatic drainage techniques from distal to proximal part or toward the lymphatic system, Faradism under pressure. So what is there, Faradic currents are applied, you all might be aware of the currents and all, and along with that pressure concept, Faradism under pressure. So each and every muscle it will be mobilized using the current, and compressive bandaging it will help in draining out. बात करें अगर shoulder muscle strength की, we know muscle strength it can get reduced. From what part we can start? I said we will not move the limb, no early mobilization. Yes, we have the option of isometric exercises. मसल की लेंथ चेंज नहीं होगा तो ज्वाइंट कैसे मूव करेगा, मसल शॉर्टन और लेंथन नहीं होगा, there will be no movement in the joint. So isometric is the best option. Slowly and slowly, 2 to 3 weeks we can proceed toward active assisted, active range of motion, resisted range of motion, and functional exercises. Slowly, the order you shall remember: isometric, active assisted, active range of motion, resisted, and functional. Last stage में after 4 to 6 weeks patient will perform the functional exercises. What are the functional exercises? Particularly if we talk about the throwing, the catching, eating and all functions basically. Arthralgia, pain in the joint, what we can do? Joint mobilizations, passive movements, and pain reduction modalities. This we need to apply on the patients. अगर patient overweight है, obesity है, acute stage में we will not do anything. Yes, if patient is overweight and obesity, surgery हुई है, कुछ नहीं करेंगे, सिर्फ ध्यान रखना है जब तक patient immobilized है, prevent the occurrence of pressure sores. One thing, Hospital alpha matters and all whatsoever are the measures to prevent the bad sores. Physiotherapist shall apply all those measures. Chest clearance techniques मैंने बताया, सर्जिकल फेज में हमें देना पड़ेगा, पोस्ट सर्जिकल फेज में, और जब पेशेंट फुली रिकवर कर चुका है, at that stage aerobic exercises we can recommend to reduce the weight. Aerobic वो एक्सरसाइज जो हम काफी देर के लिए करते हैं, और एरोबिक जिसमें हमारा एनर्जी का मेन सोर्स जो होता है उस एक्सरसाइज के लिए, दैट इज ऑक्सीजन. एरोबिक एंड एनारोबिक बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट. सो साइक्लिंग, स्विमिंग, रनिंग, जॉगिंग, they are assumed to be the main exercises in the reduction of the weight and obesity. Dietary control, again send the patient for the advice of the dietitian, and lifestyle changes. पहले ही बता दिया lifestyle में क्या changes हम करेंगे. Then reduced physical fitness, अगर किसी का endurance कम है, functional capacity कम हुई है, cardiovascular dysfunction हुआ है, again what we can do endurance के लिए, strength के लिए तो we can do dumbbells and all. What for endurance? Jogging, running and all. Means again aerobic exercises, endurance training, dietary advice and functional training. Same thing we as a physiotherapist has to apply. Shoulder dysfunction. Shoulder dysfunction means pain and proprioception will be affected. So passive range of motion, active, assisted, active range of motion, resisted and proprioception training. So step by step we will work on these areas. You see a number of areas are there on which we as a physiotherapist can work. So just it is almost I would like to say impossible for me to cover the details in this 45-minute or 1 hour lecture, but I tried to cover all the things. So एक मोटा मोटा ब्रीफली हम देखें, हमने देखा ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है क्या, कैसे होता है, किनमें ज्यादा कॉमन है, कैसे डायग्नोज कर सकते हैं, और फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट इसमें क्या कर सकता है. मोस्टली फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट का जो रोल है दैट इज इन पोस्ट सर्जिकल पीरियड, बट यस प्री सर्जिकल पीरियड में भी और कंजर्वेटिव ट्रीटमेंट वाले पीरियड में भी फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट कैन प्ले एन इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. सो दिस इज द आइडिया बिहाइंड द ब्रेस्ट कैंसर एंड हाउ a physiotherapist can help in diagnosing, curing or rehabilitating a patient diagnosed with breast cancer. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the informative session, like all the time. And definitely it's not possible to cover the whole chapter or anything in 1 hour session, and but you have completed most of the things in this session. Hope everyone like the session and helpful for treating the patient and all. So thank you everyone for joining. And one important announcement for everyone, on 19th, 20th and 21st June we have organized a online lecture session with sir about on spinal cord injury. Okay, so requesting you everyone, so kindly join the session. Definitely it will be a great session with sir, like all the time as we experience. Okay sir, thank you so much, and thank you all the participants.